Hi, hello, welcome to the stream. God, I hate everything. Hello, let me redo my entire goddamn intro. Oh, I forgot to open a source for my own mic because I'm smart. Yeah, I made a whole new scene on OBS for this review, and I forgot to put in my own audio. Like a dingus. Hi. Hi. So once again, welcome to Pip's review of Journey to Find Stars, Holostars Act 1, the concert that aired yesterday, the 26th. It was about 4 a.m. my time, which I stayed up that entire time, all the way till it ended about 6 a.m. And then I still couldn't sleep because I was too excited and had a lot of thoughts about the concert. We're gonna get into the. I have a lot of thoughts about the concert. But yeah, there was a free section. It was on YouTube, but it was unarchived. It was only the first 4 songs of the concert. So if you're able and willing, go ahead and support the boys by buying an official ticket on the website. I put the link in the description. But today, it's not so much like a watch along as it is just me talking about the concert. I'll be showing some screenshots, or rather, it's going to be the live concert venue pictures that they posted on the official Twitter. I'm going to be using mostly just those pictures because I was too lazy to grab my own screenshots, honestly. But yeah, just a fair warning. This review is going to be my 100% honest thoughts on the concert, which includes some of the good and the bad. But just for the record, most of my criticisms are going to be about just general, like, management decisions and sort of some of the setup of the concert, and none of it has to do with the actual performance. The performance itself was fantastic, and I loved every second of that. But yeah, so I've got the set list here, and we're just gonna hold up. Hold up. Give me just a second. Wait. Sorry, just had to fiddle with my settings real quick. But yeah, we're just gonna sort of go through the set list one by one, and I'll talk about how I was feeling at the time, what my reaction was, and then sort of my reaction to it afterwards, having rewatched it and sort of gone over every single detail of every moment of this concert. And I will continue to do so probably for the rest of this, the time that it is available on archive, which is going to be for the whole month, pretty much the whole month of January. There we go. Okay, so starting with, I'm going to start with even before the first song started. So I was sitting there, we're in the waiting room. I was still sort of trying to mess with my computer settings and audio stuff, and I was I was panicking a little bit. But there it starts off with a little animation of Miyabi taking a video backstage, and everybody just being silly, and Rika wants chocolate. That's all I got from that interaction. It was really cute, a nice way to start off the concert, and I love how much the spotlight was on Miyabi throughout this entire concert, because aside from him just being my Oshi, he's really he's the core heart of Holostars. Even if he's not as flashy or as outgoing as some of the others, he really I think embodies the spirit of Holostars. But so yeah, and then also before the concert, how they usually have like a staff member make an announcement about like concert etiquette and rules and stuff and safety, because there actually was a live venue. Of course, it was in Japan and I couldn't go to it. But there was a live venue, so but the one doing the announcement was Shinobu, the manager, and his voice was so cute. Like, he like flubbed a tiny bit, and it was like he's nervous, and it was really cute. And I was like, thank you, Shinobu-san, for my life. I love Shinobu and everything he's done for Holostars. He did a call-in right before the concert, the day before the concert. That was fantastic. So just shout out to Shinobu. Props to that guy for dealing with all of the bullshit that Holostars is. So then we start off with, as expected, Just Follow Stars. And so, I don't really have a whole lot to say about this performance in particular because it's a song that we knew was coming, because we've gotten so many different combinations of Holostars members in 3D singing this song, that we knew we had to finally get that full 9-member version of the song, their very first group song. Hold on, let me add in my BGM. I forgot to do that. Sorry, I'm very unprepared for this. My head is just full of Holostars at the moment. So forgive me for my my unpreparedness, lack of preparation. That's the words. Them's the words. There, now we have BGM and it's not just my voice talking in the void. So yeah, as you can see, the sort of style of the concert, it's like a semi 2D, 3D combination that's very reminiscent of like Vocaloid concerts. I will not be forgiven. Damn it. All right, I'll try harder. I promise. Anyways, so it reminds me of Vocaloid concerts. Not that I've not actually been to one in person, but from what I've seen, just of pictures at Vocaloid concerts where they have it sort of like a projection on a screen. That's sort of the dealio here, and so honestly, I was a bit Voice in the Void. A good title for something. Maybe that'll be the title of my first original song, Voice in the Void. I don't know if that's really on brand for me, but it's a good song. It's a good song title, right? So yeah, it's I was honestly a bit disappointed that it wasn't in full 3D. Because, even though, it's their live capture of their movements and their dances and everything, and they can, sort of pass by each other, they all sort of stay on the same plane of, the same ground level. There's no depth to it. And at first, when I saw that, I was a little bit disappointed because I think I want to show a little bit of more along the lines of what I had been expecting for this concert. So I'm going to turn off my BGM real quick and grab this. So this is a clip from, well, it's not really a clip, it's just me fast forwarding to this bit of the live performance of Just Follow Stars by Sun Tempo at Roberu's 2-year anniversary stream. And I'd say this is probably the best example of what I had been expecting from the, as far as the visuals of the concert, because like Astel said, this is the Holostars stage, and then they didn't even end up using it in the concert, which I was kind of confused by. Hold up, let me give you some audio too. There we go. And again, this is really just a personal preference thing, because I think that they did a lot of cool things with the 2D projection, but this was what I had been expecting. Again, this isn't from the actual concert. This is just from Roberu's 2nd anniversary stream. 開く時間 Just look at these idiots. I love them so much. So yeah, I just wanted to show off a little bit of that, just as an example of what I had been sort of expecting and looking forward to. So it's unfortunate, but it sort of soured my view of at least the initial few songs that I had been expecting something different. And again, this might just be a personal preference thing, but I really wish that they had at least, used some of the sets that they had made for the 3D debut streams. Because they feel more personalized, having the depth of the camera work. I feel like they're able to really play off of each other and create a lot more interesting, like, choreography through it. But, that's probably just me. So yeah, anyways, but it was a good performance. This is our introduction to what the rest of the concert is going to be like. And it, I have to say, especially the choreography is really a key focus point in this concert for me, because we all knew that they had been working on their choreography, their dance lessons really hard. They talked about it constantly on stream. If you follow their Twitters, they would say, going out for dance lessons today, just got back from dance lessons. They've been doing this for over half a year. And so it really shows. Everything was clean and polished. Obviously they still had some of their own personal spin on the choreo, but all over the quality of the performance was astounding. I was amazed. And of course their voices have all improved a lot, especially the members who aren't as well known for singing. Especially like Roberu, Olga, Arudan, you can hear the difference from where they started, and they're just, the vocals all blend so nicely, as is usual for Holostars. They always blend well together. So a really nice, solid start to the concert, despite my own personal feelings. But yeah, it's a feel-good song. And then we move on to, they had a little talk section next. I don't really have any screenshots from that yet to show you. They did their intros, and some of them seemed a little bit nervous, as is probably, you can't really help that. Some silly moments. Tenma trying to cut everybody with his sword. Olga declared war, I think, on all of them. I don't know. It was a time. But yeah, and then we got some hints that there's going to be special units in this concert, and then we've got the very first of those special units, a song called Tabi wa Michizure, which I believe translates to something like a journey off the path? Is it off the path? I don't know. I haven't looked that up. By official Hige Dandism, I think. And it's performed by Miyabi, Izuru, and Roberu. I really, really, really love what they did with the surprise units, especially the members that they chose for each one, because they sort of, I often think of Holostars as a group of 3 trios, based off of just their streaming styles and who they tend to collab with the most. Those 3 trios being the singing group of Astel, Izuru, and Rika. Eurostars being Tenma, Miyabi, and Arudan. And then the Babumaga Dokide, I guess you could say, is Roberu, Shien, and Olga. And so they got 1 member from each in these surprise unit songs, which I thought was really, really neat, because you have one of the strongest singers in each group to sort of act as the center, and even in the choreography, they Rika, Izuru, and Estelle took the center positions in each of these songs. And then you've got one low voice, being Miyabi, Olga, and Arudan. So you have one of those in each group. And then you have one of the sort of mid-range voices being Temma, Shien, and Roberu, right? That's who's left over? Yeah. So I thought that it was a really thoughtful division of voices and just of personalities, and it's a combination that we don't see often. So it was really, really exciting. So most of the cover songs that they did in this concert, I wasn't previously aware, I didn't know the songs previously, which is fine. And so, I couldn't really sing along or do any of the cheers because I didn't know it. But again, just the choreography is fantastic. And these three voices especially blend together so well. Like Izuru and Roberu's voices, both being sort of in the high, sort of nasally register, but with Izuru giving it that slight rasp as usual, blends together really well. And then having Miyabi in that sort of mid-low range is just really a treat to the ears. And me being a Miyabi Oshi, just anytime I see or hear Miyabi do anything, I'm like, wow, what a boy. I love him so much. But yeah, it doesn't really show in this picture as much, but there was a lot going on screen. It was very flashy. Sort of one thing that if I had to give another critique of just the visual elements of the concert, I would say that the backgrounds were a bit too distracting at times, just with the moving colors and shapes. It was just a whole lot going on at once, and especially through the camera of the stream, a lot of it got sort of it was like sort of fried, or like what's the word? Sort of really oversaturated. That's the word. A lot of the visuals sort of came across as kind of saturated in the stream viewing. But I think that's, just something that they can work on next time. But that's just my own nitpicky thing. So then we start getting into the solos, and I have a lot to say about this. So first of all, Temma starts singing this song, and I am immediately reverted to like a 10-year-old Naruto fan, doing like the ninjutsu hand gestures, running with my hands held out behind my back. That's the vibe whenever I hear this song. Because I was never a super hardcore Naruto fan, at least not for very long in that point in my life, but this is, one of the most iconic Naruto openings. Fighting dreamers, na, 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 na. Did I forget to turn my BGM back on? I think I did. Hold up. There we go. I'm such a pro. Y'all. But yeah, so Temma started singing, I guess it's called Go, but in my heart it's called Fighting Dreamers. He crushed it. Like, his energy, and can I just say, can I be real with you guys for a second? Temma in this concert was something else. The way that he moved, the way his dedication to the energy of the performance, the choreography, putting his own special twist on things, it was amazing. Like, I'm tempted to become I'm a real pro. I'm like tempted to become a Temma Oshi. I'm gonna become an exclusively Kishimen just because of this concert. I already stan one half of Hanakishi, so I guess the Kishi part has now wormed its way into my heart as well. I already loved Temma, but he wasn't like one of my like top favorites. But his performances in this concert really knocked him up a level in my book. So yeah, he's just going at it with full energy. He does this little run where he's got sort of a jog and a hop in his step. It's super fun. He's like calling out to the audience, like, yeah, you can get more hype than that. Whoa! And I was like, yeah, Temma! But the one thing that kind of I wasn't able to fully appreciate this performance just because I wanted it to be Shooting Star. I wanted him to sing Shooting Star, his original song, so badly. It's like, I know that he's already performed it once in live 3D for his 3D debut, but I really, really like Shooting Star. It's probably one of my favorite Holostars originals out of all of them. And I was so ready for it, and then I didn't get it because, when I heard him start this song, I was like, oh, they're not doing all of the solo originals unless they're, unless they're going through a whole second round of original or of solo songs, which is unrealistic. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is literally just me trying to get all of my thoughts off my chest. I'm generally, even being a Holostars simp, I'm the kind of person that likes to think critically about the media that I consume. I'm not really one for blind following of anything, really. So I'm not afraid to point out the things that I didn't like as much, along with the things that I did really like. So yeah, that's sort of my style of analysis, I think. Might have to check some of them out. Any specific members I'd recommend? Well, if we're going just by my personal tastes, Miyabi is my Oshi. But like I said, he's not really the flashy type, and a lot of his content isn't translated, so if you don't know Japanese, it's a little bit harder to get into his like solo content. As far as which members to check out first, Astel, maybe? Really, honestly, if you like music and you like just listening to someone do karaoke, Astel, Izuru, and Rika are the most well-known for their karaoke streams. So, even if you don't understand Japanese all that much, you can still appreciate the music. And their karaoke streams are, it sounds like professional recording when they're just singing by themselves live. That's the quality. But if I had to recommend specific videos, I would say go to the Holostars official YouTube channel, because almost every video there has full English subtitles. They do sort of a game show style, sort of like a talk show with all of the members sort of rotating, who's the MC and who's the guests doing whatever topics that they have for the video. But yeah, those are all subbed in English. I highly recommend. They're hilarious, and it's a good introduction into the personalities of each of the members. And again, just clips in general, especially, there are a lot of English sub clippers on YouTube. If you want to, a good start for that, I think, would be my playlist. I have a playlist on my channel. It's called Pip's Special Holostars Clips. And I also did a watch-along of those clips a couple days ago. So if you want to just go in and look through some of those clips, I guarantee they are all top-tier, absolute meme goodness you won't regret. So anyways, that's been a side note of Pip's Holostars sales pitch. So anyways, yeah, Tenma's performance, fantastic. The way that he moves his body, let me just say, not to get too thirsty on Maine, but it's hot. Like, I didn't think that the way Tenma moved was hot before this concert, and it might have just been because of the limitations of his usual 3D model as opposed to the concert 3D model. I think they sort of updated some of the mobility and body expression that was possible with these models in particular. But the way that Tenma moves his body is like, wow. Ooh, he's got like body rolls. He does this thing where he sort of lolls his head behind the rest of his body, which is like, it's so hot. Guys, I'm turning into a Tenma Oshi. Help me. But anyways, moving on to the next song. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So hold up, before we get into this, let me just this is a screenshot that I had to take by myself because it this is so Oga. This is the pinnacle of Oga content. This is Oga in his purest, strongest form. This is the Oga that whispers uh, threatening words into your ear in ASMR in the middle of the night. This is actually an Oga original song that had never been shown to us before. And I didn't know that when I was watching because they didn't really like put a notice anywhere. Like they didn't write original song on the screen when they showed the title of this song. So, I just assumed it was a song that I wasn't aware of, a cover song from somebody, I don't know. So I was just, enjoying. He shows up on stage and he goes, what he says is like, oh, it's Christmas, and he's like, how was your Christmas? I bet you were all alone. Well, from one lonely person to another, let me give you a Christmas present. And I was like, sorry, that's just my Oga simping power is going off. I just I can't handle it. He's so goddamn sorry, I can't stop thinking about this. But anyways, and the actual song is very like soft and soothing. It's called Silent Night Requiem, and it is just that sort of a vaguely sort of Christmas holiday themed Requiem, very soft and his deep voice, nothing too like straining on his voice, very soothing. His singing has improved a lot, very obviously, and it's just a really nice song to listen to, and I cannot wait until we get the official release of the song by itself so I can listen to it to fall asleep to at night. That's really all I have to say. Nothing too complicated in the way of choreography, because again, it was mostly just sort of more of a chill style of singing, and I can't stop thinking about the way that he opened this song. I'm sorry, it's so hot. He's so hot. Okay, moving on. So I think at this point they did another little chat section. It was only 3 members. I can't remember which members in particular were in this chat. But they did this weird thing where it would show like a time on the screen, and then they were in this set background where they were like sitting by the riverside, sort of chatting about the concert. And I think from what I could read of the Japanese text, it was supposed to be like the day before the concert, like them talking about what to expect for the concert or something. Hiding out. Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say like good luck, but I'm like, good luck on what? I don't know. Have a good day if you come back. Just do it whenever you can. It's all right. So yeah, they were sitting by the river. It's like the day before the concert or something, but they were pretty much just talking about things that happened in the concert. So I found it a really bizarre choice to sort of present the talk sections in that way. But, it was cute. They had some banter, talked about the songs that they'd sung thus far, some of the songs that were coming up. Yeah, it was a good time. And then we've got, which one is it? This one. Good luck. Yeah, I couldn't think of any other words to say. Itterashai. Good luck, though. Let's see. So this was one of the other surprise unit songs. This one by Arudan, Estelle, and Xian. It's a song called 88 by LMC. Again, this was a song that I was previously unfamiliar with. I think the biggest thing that stands out in this song was the choreography. because they do this thing where they rotate positions, and it worked so well. And I know from trying to do that sort of choreography in the past that anytime you have to like quickly shift positions in time with the song, sort of rotating, making sure you get to the exact right spot, it's hard. It's hard to do, and they did it phenomenally, like just flawlessly rotating positions. And just anytime that Astel sings, I am enraptured as usual. His voice live, it hits deep. It hits deep inside me. I absolutely love Astel's singing voice. It is one of my favorite singing voices that I think I've ever bared witness to. And of course, Xian and Arudan have made amazing progress in their own vocal training, and it is just a really good, feel-good song, great choreography. I don't know what else I can really say about this song. It was a good performance, a really solid performance. And then we get the last surprise unit song of Oga, Rika, and Temma. And oh god, just looking at Temma, even just in this screenshot, you can see his stance. It is I've become so thirsty for Temma just through this concert alone. I don't know what to tell you. Like he just anytime the camera would pan over to him when he's doing his choreo, he does these body rolls, and I just, wow. I'm also just a sucker for like the wide stance. I think that's really attractive. Rika, his voice is amazing as usual, and Temma's voice also was just phenomenal. And then Oga, with his deep register, adding a really like soothing blend into the mix. Some really interesting choreo in this song. It's sort of like robotic at parts, I guess, to try to sort of fit the vibe of the song, which, I guess makes sense for the Holoroid to be singing the robotic style song. So the three of them, great performance. And there were these bits in the choreo, right, where they like turn to each other, and when one person is singing, the other person is turned around to face the back of the stage. I thought that was really cool. It added an interesting just visual appeal to the whole thing. That was really fun performance. And then I don't remember. I think they just went right into this song. So this is a Kageyama Shien original song. Again, I didn't know that this was an original song during the concert, or I probably would have been freaking out even more. It's like sort of a cool rock style, very Shien. So far, I don't really have a lot of thoughts on this song. It was cool. Shien performed it very well. And I liked at the end there was this bit where he scratches with his hand, and then a big scratch mark appears on the screen behind him. It's really cool. I'll have to listen to this song some more on my own time. Again, waiting for the official release of the full song so I can listen to it some more. But yeah, it's a very cool song. I think I prefer some of Xian's other song covers more. For example, I have not been able to stop listening to Xian's cover of Shanty for the past, how long has it been since it released? Week? Less than a week? I don't know. I've listened to that song so many times. I think that's a style that really suits Xian's voice, and it's really hot. But this style of song is also pretty good for Xian, and I'm so proud of him. And I don't really have much else to say on this performance in particular. And then we get Arudan Solo, which again, I unfortunately was just a little disappointed that it wasn't World Is Mine, because I love that song, and I would have loved to see it performed live and be able to do the shout outs along with him. It's like, I guess I can just go back and listen to him perform it at his, was it his 2-year concert, or was it his birthday concert? I don't remember which it was, the one where he performed this live. But yeah, this was also a really good fit for Arusan. It was sort of a fast, upbeat song. It's got a little bit of a bounce to it. I definitely have heard this song before, but I couldn't figure out where from. It's a really catchy song. It's really catchy. And the verses have these sort of like rap sections, which suit Arusan's style so well. The way that he moves, he's got the sass, he's got the sort of rapper, like yo yo kind of vibe. It's really cute. I love what he's done with it. You can tell that he's really having fun. He's made it his own. I'm so proud of Pizza Papa. What a good performance. But I don't know that I really have that much else to say about the concert, or about this performance, I mean. Oh man, and now we're gonna get into, I think, my second favorite solo performance of the night is this one. Oh god, look at this, look at that pose. Oh my god, my heart, I can't take it. Oh god, I'll try to talk coherently instead of just making noises this whole time. But, yeah, Izuru! Sorry, I said I would try to be coherent. So, it's a cute song, really upbeat. The choreo looks hard. He's jumping, he's moving his hips, he's running from one side of the stage to the other. And like, we all knew that Izuru could do cute things. He's done a few like song covers and such where he uses the really cute high-pitched voice. We all know he can do it. But thus far in 3D, the only songs that he's really performed live have been sort of the more emotional, like serious songs, or some kind of like cool vibe songs, but not anything super like cutesy. So this one was a surprise in the best way. I love the visuals. I love just the choreo. I think Izuru is also definitely one of my favorite dancers in Holostars from this concert. Just because the crispness of his motions. Whoever came up with this choreo, I want to kiss them on the lips, because it was beautiful, and I was having a heart attack during this entire performance. It's so goddamn cute. I cannot handle. Just, oh my god, you gotta watch it, man. I'm gonna cry. Yeah, Izuru. And of course, it goes without saying at this point, but Izuru's vocals are always on point, 10 out of 10. It's a cutesy song, so it uses sort of more of his high register, a little bit less rasp than usual, but there still is that rasp, his sort of signature style of singing in there at some points. And I like how anytime that the rasp creeps in, it gives the song some more of a different color to it. Like the nature of his raspy voice in general gives it sort of a more rock vibe to it, even though this isn't like a rock song necessarily. It's very much like a pop cutesy song, but anytime that his voice does that rasp, it's a treat, and it really gave the whole song a special, distinct flavor, I think. So yeah, this is my second favorite solo performance from this concert. And now I think they had another little interlude to do some more talk. I don't remember which members exactly were part of that talk. But just moving on to, of course, one of the other big performances that we had been looking forward to, the group songs Pentas and Magic Word Orchestra. Starting with Magic Word Orchestra, this performance, it's so solid. It's really just a treat to just sit down and watch and let your brain melt at the splendor of these beautiful, beautiful boys. Yeah, and I think Ollie pointed out in her, I was watching along with her watch along yesterday, early today. I don't know how to, what is time? But yeah, Ollie pointed out that the positions that they're standing in here, are really well thought out, because you've got the first gen of Miyabi and Izuru on the left, you've got second gen Sun Tempo of Astel and Tenma on the right, and then you've got Asuizu right in the center, you've got Hanakishi on the outsides, and then that also goes from left to right in debut order. And so I love seeing interactions between any of these four. And especially like the interactions between Izuru and Miyabi are always so sweet. And then Astel and Tenma, the Sun Tempo interactions are always chaotic, but they work together well. And of course these four's voices. This is probably one of my favorite units that we've seen so far in Holostars songs. I was a fan of this unit all the way from their monster cover on Halloween. I just think their voices blend really, really, really well. And I, again, can't keep my eyes off of Tenma anytime that he's on screen during this concert. He is just a force to be reckoned with. And yeah, just a solid performance. As with pretty much every song in this list, a great choreo. And then at the end they do this thing where they have like a little ball of light in their hand with each of their colors, and they like float them up into the sky, and it's like, oh, what a magical moment. Truly the magic word orchestra. Yeah, nothing more to say about that performance. It was just, it was fantastic. Just a really good time. And of course, we've got Pentas. Oh man, I love these guys. Vocals, of course, amazing. I like how they sort of have like a choreography, like a background choreo that the people who aren't singing are doing, while each of the like solo sections has their own thing that they're doing. And, a lot of sort of swaying side to side, sort of sensual, it's Pentas, it's the sexy song, it's Eternal Pheromones. Yeah, just a really, a good performance. I'm gonna go back and watch this one soon because I need to watch it again. Yeah, hot boys doing hot boy things, great vocals. I don't know that I terribly have much else to say about this, honestly. And then we're gonna get right into some of my other favorite performance of the night. This one is my favorite solo performance. And I'd say probably my second favorite performance of the whole concert. This is Roberu's original song, Pop Talk. At first, of course, I was immediately excited that he was singing this song, because so far I think this is the only solo original that had been premiered before the concert that it was performed, because I at the time, going through the concert for the first time live, I didn't know that Oga and Shien's songs were originals. So at this point I was like, okay, I guess they're just not doing any original solo songs. And then this song comes on and I'm like, yes. But this performance blew me away. I was surprised at every turn. Roberu is the ultimate idol. And it's something that you sort of don't expect from him, from sort of his usual sort of goofy demeanor. He's a chatty boy. He can be kind of rowdy, kind of a pervert, but first of all, the choreography in this, he does not stop moving. He's got the fancy footwork. He's got the arms going. The arms are going. Wait, did I get it? Did I bring in a screenshot of the thing? No. Hold up. No, I gotta show you. I gotta show y'all. We're gonna. I'm gonna put this in here right now. Hold up. We're gonna call this Robe-chan. Sure. Where's my screenshots? Holostars were stacked. Where is it? This one. Huh. Sorry, it's a little big. I can fix that real quick. Yeah, this little move right here. I don't know what you want to call it, but when he does this move right here, my heart explodes. It's this little bit that he does at the beginning of the chorus where he's like sort of swiveling his foot and his hands in this like little like groovy gesture. I really love it. And the way that he pulls off the choreography is so seamless and crisp, and honestly, like, one of the best performance. Like, I cannot rave about this performance in particular enough. It was amazing. It was surprising. It was fun. And it was really a different vibe from what I had been expecting if he sang this concert, or if he sang this song live, rather. Because, this song only came out 2 days before the concert. And, I'd listened to it a few times, and I did a partial analysis during my Christmas marathon stream. I got through the first verse and chorus and a little bit more, but then I got tired. So I was glad that I had done that analysis beforehand, so I understood a little bit more about this song. But it's really, the performance had a much more upbeat sort of pop vibe than I had been expecting, based off of, like, especially the music video. The official music video has a lot more of a calm vibe to it. Like, he's standing around in his bar serving some customers, and there's like shots of him looking dramatically out the window at the rain. And it's like it's a sweet video, but it didn't have this kind of energy to it. And the energy that he brought to this song, and that the choreography brought to this song, really pushed my opinion of Pop Talk as a song and as a performance way up there in my rankings. I think that this was just a really, really, really good time, and I am going to watch it so many times over. You have no idea. This is going to be on repeat in my brain nonstop for the next month or two. But anyways, moving on. Let's see. And then we've, of course, have Flower Boy. There he is on the moon for some reason. And I don't know what to say about this performance. It was, a more chill song. I didn't know this song ahead of time, but it's by Buzz G, which I believe is the composer that wrote Magic Word Orchestra as well. So I think that was really cool. It's really like just sort of emotional, inspirational style song. Miyabi's voice is always soothing to listen to. Again, this is going to be one of those songs that I listen to while I'm trying to fall asleep at night. Just Miyabi, just listening to him sing, watching him, move around. It's not complicated choreo. It's giving him a little bit of a break, because our poor baby needs a break, because he will pass out if he tries to dance too hard. Yeah, apparently if you follow any of their Twitters, Miyabi was like down for the count after the concert. Like, they were gonna do a sort of like Holostars sort of concert reflection stream or something the day after the concert, but Miyabi he could not move. And I feel so bad for him, but he worked so hard, and I'm so proud of him, and I'm glad to be a Miyabi Yoshi. Okay, I need to stop talking about Miyabi, or I'm gonna get too emotional. Anyways, I'm so proud of him. Thank you, Miyabi, for existing. Anyways, moving on. So we have Rika's solo performance, Hoshiai, by Lefty Monster P. Again, I didn't know this song either. Ember, hello, I'm crying about Holostars. But what else is new? So yeah, Rika. Again, I was kind of surprised that they chose not to go with any of his originals because he has 2 original songs, and I was sort of half expecting him to maybe premiere a new original at this concert. Maybe? But that just wasn't what happened. But the beginning of this performance starts out with an a cappella, with just a plain blank background, and Rika standing in the center with his amazing voice. And even though I'm not usually a Rika Oshi, and he's not even my favorite singer in Holostars, even though I really respect him as a singer and as a performer, his voice, especially when I hear it live, like, it's one thing in recordings, but I feel like in recordings, it sort of, it takes away a special quality to his voice that I really only ever hear when I hear him live. I don't know what it is specifically, but you can hear, especially the way that he breathes before he sings. You can tell that he works a lot on his, breath support, proper breathing technique. It's powerful. And just hearing that the very beginning phrase of that song, you can't help but sit there and watch in awe. Your jaw drops. It's special. It's special. So yeah, the rest of the song, it's good. It's Rika. I don't remember this one particularly being like upbeat or anything super complex choreo wise. I'll probably need to go back and look at this one a few more times as well because I didn't pay as much attention as I could have. But yeah, just solid performance. Love Rika. Love his energy, his dedication to his craft. Always always a treat. And then here he is. There he is. Oh, Estelita! Terrence, welcome. Talking about the Holostars concert. It's a good time. This is my 100% honest, unfiltered thoughts on the concert. Estelita. Let me say, no matter how many times I hear this song, I never get tired of it. Estel's original song that was premiered at his 3D debut earlier this month, Mirai Ginga to Kiteki no Melody. You can probably tell by the sheer number of times that I've sung this on stream, but this is a very special song to me. Oh man. It's definitely up there in Holostars original songs, but honestly, every Holostars original song is so good it's hard to pick a favorite. But yeah, this it's very reminiscent of the especially of the 3D version of the music video for this song, especially when it gets to the speaking bits. And he changed some of the speaking sections to match more with the context of the concert. At the end, one of the bits was changed to say the finale, the finale of the concert. That's the moment that I realized the concert was about to end, and I was so sad. I was like, no, that can't be it. It was so short. It was 2 hours, but it flew by like it was nothing. So thanks, Estelle, for being the bearer of bad news. But anyways, what can I say about this performance? It's Estelle. It's his voice. I've already talked enough about during this stream enough. Like, I can't get enough of it. I can't get enough of his performance. I know Estelle likes to brag about his dancing and skills, but he's not actually one of my favorite dancers in this concert. Sorry, Estelle. But you can definitely tell that the passion is there. And the callbacks to the choreography from his 3D live performance of this earlier this month were really sweet, and I like to see it. And of course, the train, the background, this felt like the most personalized background visuals out of any of the songs performed at this concert. it was, yeah, it's this song really gets me. It's so special. But I'll cut my Astel Letta loving session there for now. And so then, of course, we get to the quote final song of the concert. We all know that's a big fat lie. But yeah, this is again the official picture that was posted on their Twitter of Journey to Find Stars, our first time hearing the full version, even though they released a teaser for this song a couple days in advance. Yeah, Journey to Find Stars is another really feel-good song. I feel like it really has that, like, feeling of, like, this is the beginning, you know? I don't know what to say about it. Oh god, the choreography, you know, as with every performance in this concert, the choreography is spectacular. They really hit you in the feels with, especially at the very end. There's this bit where the music sort of gets really, you know, more soft, and there's like the beats coming in, and with each beat, the different generations each raise their hand. And so you've got, you know, Rika, Izuru, Miyabi, Arudan to raise their hands first, and then Sun Tempo, and then the duo of Mafia for the third gen. And it was just really sweet. And of course, I have watched the full version of the MV that is out now, and it's also really sweet. I love it. I like the English lyrics. They're really sweet. I can't say anything about this song other than it's sweet, apparently. But that's really my thoughts on this performance in particular. Hearing all of their voices combined together is always very nice as well. And then, you know, everyone in the audience clapping along, everybody in the live chat chanting encore, encore. So and then we get it. And then let me just say, Astel. There he is. Here it is. Hold up, let me bring this to the front so we can appreciate it better. There it is. I made this compilation yesterday. Astel in the encore was a different beast. I don't know what happened, but he has been released from his shackles. He is on the high of having just performed Mirai Ginga. He is just going nuts. Like, look at that jump. I put the jump in here twice because that's how. Look at look how high he go. I feel so bad for Miyabi being next to this, and you can see the bottom one. The clip at the bottom where Miyabi's just looking at Astel losing his mind, and Miyabi's like, are you okay? Like, Astel, what are you doing? And none of these are screenshots when they are singing or performing choreography. This is just him wiggling around while everybody else is talking. It makes me so happy to see him like that. He's so happy, and I love seeing him happy. It's so good. Yeah, I just wanted to share that with everyone before we get to the final song, because that was just. And then the Asuizu duo starts, their energies just bouncing off of each other, and poor Miyabi here in the middle, in the bottom left picture, just Miyabi in the middle, trying to keep up with these two bouncing off the walls next to him. That was definitely one of the highlights of the concert for me. I feel like definitely when they came out for the encore, it felt like any of the nerves and like stiffness that they'd had since the beginning of the concert was all gone. Like, they were just happy to have the encore, and they were excited to sing this last song. You know, they're doing all of the announcements for the new like collab info that they've that was just shown on screen right before the encore, and just seeing them just chatting, having fun. This is one of my favorite things about Holostars right here. This was, I think, probably my favorite part of the concert. Just seeing them being happy and having a good time. That was special. And then we get into my favorite performance of the night. My favorite out of all of them is this one, Blessing. This, yeah, I was definitely hoping that they would sing one of these group songs. I wasn't expecting them to, because they've already got the other two big group songs, and I'm so glad that they chose to do this as an encore. And this song means a lot to me. The lyrics are, they hit me really deep. And the original cover that they uploaded, I guess over a year ago now, of this song, was before the third gen joined, and it was before Kira graduated from Holostars. So to see them sort of revive this song anew with the current members feels like a tribute to the members that they've lost, and sort of a celebration of this new chapter that they're on. And it made me so emotional. I was just in awe. And this performance, the reason that it's my favorite isn't because of any choreography, isn't because of any technical skill, because they were having fun with this performance more than any of the others. I'm sure they were having fun with the other performance, but you could definitely tell that they were giving it their all to perfect the technique in the other performances. Whereas this one, like I said, all holds are off. They were at the end of the concert, they're like, we're just gonna give it our all and make the most of this moment right now. And the silly singing, the little playful moments with each other where their energies bouncing off the walls, and it's addictive. It's beautiful. The colors in the background. It's just, I cannot rave about this performance enough. It was my favorite, and I'm gonna watch it so many times over. And yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Buy a ticket to the concert, watch it, do it. I know that it's not reasonable for everybody to buy the tickets. But if you can and are willing, I would highly recommend it. I put the link to the concert in the description. It's something special. And so, yeah, I think I definitely, to sort of summarize my experience with this concert, I definitely needed some time to sit with it. Because Holostars is very special to me. They're the main reason that I'm here in this form, that I became a VTuber at all. And what pushes me to keep trying to improve in my singing, my video editing, anything really. It's all because of them. And I originally, my live watch through was a little bit tainted by my feelings of sort of confusion at the formatting of the concert, my disappointment that they didn't sing certain songs and sang other songs instead. So I was feeling a little bit down after my initial watch through, just because of that initial sort of feeling of disappointment. Like, I wasn't able to fully appreciate the rest of it while it was happening, and I felt sort of guilty for that. I don't know. But not to get too deep into it. But after spending some time thinking about it and rewatching the concert and listening to each member's thoughts of it afterwards, yeah, I love it. I love them. I love Holostars. It's a good time. And yeah, I think that's most of my thoughts on the concert. I can't think of anything else that I really want to say about it. It was, it's a special day. And oh, right. I remember there is a big announcement that happened right at the end of the concert. It's that we're getting a new Holostars generation. Big hype! Ah! Of course, there's part of me that wishes that I could be a member of Holostars. I don't know how feasible that would be, since I don't really have the most masculine voice. But that's my far off dream. That's my my biggest goal, I think, in life would be to either, whether the shape of my dream is to be a member of Holostars or to find my own place similar to Holostars. That's what I'm going for. But I don't think that they've done the auditions for Holostars yet, unless these are like auditions that they've kept in reserve this whole time since whenever the last round of auditions was, which would have been like, what, 2019? Early 2020? I don't remember when the third gen debuted, but I wasn't around in the fandom back then. So if they're planning on doing this based off of the auditions that they've already held before, then it would be reasonable to assume that this is Holostars JP 4th gen, and it looks like we're getting 3 members. I didn't actually download the preview picture, but you can go look it up on the Holostars Twitter. We got sort of the silhouettes with a little bit of color as a teaser for the new generation. Of course, if I were to say what I'm hoping for personally, it would be Holostars EN. And I think that's, like, to me, that would be the best move for Holostars at this point, because I think that, like, Holostars already has a big fan base in the English-speaking community. Like, some of them even have, like, more fan base outside of Japan than inside Japan. Like, Astel talks about that sometimes, that his, like, in his chat, it's usually, like, I'd say, like, 60% overseas fans. But I think if Holostars were to get an English generation, it would bring even more attention to them overseas, of course. And I think from listening to some of the members, their thoughts on a new gen, of course these are sort of old clips that I've watched where, like, I think Oga talked about it, I think Robert's talked about it a bit, I think probably Astel's talked about it. But, like, you know, from like a year or like half a year or so ago, when people would ask them about do they want a new gen, they said that they sort of didn't want one. Like, they wouldn't be opposed to it, but they wanted to focus on building up the members that they had currently, these 9, to really build a solid foundation with them and focus on what they're doing as 9 members. But that they said that they wouldn't mind, like, adding a new gen if it was sort of its own entity, so that they could still sort of keep the dynamic of the 9 the way it is in some ways, which is why I think it would be really nice to get a Holostars EN branch, because then it could be a separate entity while still having a lot of good interactions and bringing a lot of attention to Holostars JP. But again, that's just my personal thoughts. So yeah, that's big hype. We don't have an official release date for that debut, aside from just 2022, and it said coming soon. Who knows what soon means, but, you know, I'm sure that, this isn't the end of the big announcements for Holostars, these days, you know, like, just based off of this concert alone, you know, we still have to get the official music videos for Tenma's original, for Shien, for Oga's original. We need a Miyabi original, please. Please. Give it to me. So yeah, I mean, we've definitely got those coming up probably within the next month or so, I would guess. Especially Tenma's, because we've been waiting on that one for a while. And, you know, it's nice seeing the boys still doing streams like the day after, you know, doing their thoughts on the concert. They're not slowing down anytime soon, is what I'm saying. You know, like, they've mentioned this quite a bit, but this is just the beginning. This is the starting line for a new chapter of Holostars, and I am so excited for them and for myself as a fan. And, you know, I'm gonna keep trying my best to push forward to that dream, to try to catch up to them as fast as I can. And yeah, this has been my Holostars concert review. I don't know how coherent any of that was. Part of it's just me screaming. Um, yeah, so yeah, I don't know what my schedule's gonna be for the next few days. It's been, like I said, it's been a really weird week. I don't know what's going on, but I have a lot of free time, and my sleep schedule is absolutely backwards. So I could stream at 3 a.m. Who knows? I know I kind of want to do karaoke because, of course, watching this concert inspires me to sing. But we'll see when that'll happen. Um, but yeah, just, stay tuned. Subscribe to Holostars. That's all I have to say for now. Um, yeah, have a good time, have a good day wherever you are. Good night. Bye bye. Ow, 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 ow.